welcome to the Design Hat podcast. Today we have a very special guest with us, Tanmoy, and he is a senior product designer at Airtel. So welcome Tanmoy, welcome. Thank you so much for giving us the time that you for us for having here for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Perfect. So let us start with this particular podcast with a brief introduction of yours of how you and why you got into design.
Yeah, so for me, I would guess it started with Photoshop in the beginning it was mostly about drawing illustrations, making art for my Instagram account. So it continued for about 1 or 2 years. It was just me drawing things, and in the same time, I took started taking a few freelance projects, and that's when I learned about UI UX because those were few web-based projects, and basically that's when I got to learn about it. And after some time I started taking internships. I did few of them, and in the fourth year of college I also took a part-time job in design, which lasted for about a year. And that is it, I would say. After that I got a job after college. But yeah, that's how I started my design journey, like got to know about UX and UI. So yeah, it started with Photoshop, and that's how things went from there.
That's nice, man. That's nice. So did you ever tried UIs in Photoshop?
No, actually no, because when I started, Adobe XD was quite famous, and like
Yeah.
it was so easy doing things over there that I never like switched back to Photoshop after that.
Okay. Still, do you still use Adobe XD or like Figma?
No, it's Figma right now because
That's
it's so
great.
easy. Yeah, and like basically, like nowadays it's not about like doing your work in silo, but it's more about collaborating with others. So that wise, Figma is like too far ahead of Adobe XD, I feel.
Perfect. And I think I agree with this fact. So I think a lot of people from design starts with Photoshop, explore a bit, and then if they like this UI UX bit, they get into it, and that's perfect.
But I feel in the initial days, Adobe XD was quite good. Like when you have to do freelance projects and
Yeah.
like you know what you have to do, and it's just you doing the designs. That way, Adobe XD used to work at that those time.
Agreed, man. Agreed. Just wanted to know about that. That I know that you started your bachelor's within the college journey. You started your bachelor's in information technology. Just wanted to ask how was that experience over there, and did that somehow push you towards UI UX?
Okay, okay. So yeah, I would be honest. So basically, we might not find any direct relation how my BTech degree would have helped me in design, but I feel as human we learn, like we keep learning constantly at every point of life, and that helps us in some way or the other, right? So in case of college, basically, I would say like in for example in our final year project. So when we were working on it, so we were constantly taking feedback from our mentors, like researching things what could have been done, and basically coming up with things that could have been done in 2 years of span, like 2 year two sorry 1 year of span, and not taking up a very long project that we cannot do. So all these factors like kind of help estimations, like research, all these things help basically to grow as a person. And I think not only that, whatever you learn in college. So in my case, I'm in designing, but if I would have been in some other career, all these points would still have been helping me, because these are very fundamental things. I would say. Apart from that, there is no direct tangible thing that you can basically like connect with BTech and design. Apart from the fact that some people would say a bit of coding. That helps. That helps. I would agree, but not to a very large extent. I would say. I would say, yeah.
So I think this is the it's more about the I will say the soft skills rather than the design
Yeah, yeah,
knowledge. I would say, right?
yeah.
That's
And I
important.
feel yeah, like about design. So that's an interesting thing I believe in. So I feel design, like every one of us is a designer, like to some extent, because every part of life we have to solve problems. We have to come up with our own hypothesis, validate it. Yeah, so I feel we learn design in every part of life. That's an interesting point that I believe in basically.
That's aptly true because I feel we 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 kind of if we are having a problem we kind of try to design a solution towards it and we eventually follow it. And that's important, but it's just that as a designer we use that skill
Hmm.
and enhance it and use it in other platforms.
Exactly. Like I design thinking essentially a tool. It's not a very
Hmm.
permanent process that everybody follows. Like basically when you interact with people, empathize with them. Even if you understand the problem, so what the startup people, like people who come up with new startup ideas do, they understand the problem going on in the society. So they come up with those solutions, right? So basically the first part of designing is obviously understanding the problem statement that is there and what to solve for. So that's also a huge part of design. So yeah, it's sometimes it's just as simple as interacting with people and getting to know the problem.
Agreed, man. Agreed. Now I know that after this you kind of in between you did internship at IIT Kharagpur. Just wanted to
Hmm.
know what was it all about and how did you got it, just for a reference.
Okay, so the project was about student assessment. So basically, an app where student can directly get in touch with professors, put their questions in the forums, and the professors can get back and answer those. And also from the side of the professors, they can keep, give out questions to the group of students, and they can solve it. And basically, a forum kind of thing. Um, how I got it. So basically, I stay near IIT, so I had an advantage that I could like directly get in touch with the professor, and then I sent out a mail to him. And yeah, I think things were very simple. And few days later, I was in his office and like working on the project. Yeah, that is it basically. I would say
Was that a team project or just a solo?
it was a solo project, and somehow I think one thing is that I couldn't complete it because it was like I had around 1 month to complete it, and college started, so I had to drop it in the middle. Some people do continue for 2 months, but since I didn't want to pursue the coding part of it, so I knew means there was no point like giving
Mm-hmm.
time to it more than a month.
Got it, man, got it. So then in the next phase of your life, you started your journey as an UI UX intern, and now you are a product designer. Just want to know how that transition and process happened.
Okay, so I think it's a very common transition, and everybody goes through it. Everybody starts as an intern. Most of us starts as an intern, I would say, and it's very important because you can't really have a product mindset from the very starting because you have to learn the business aspect, which comes gradually when you keep interacting with the product managers, like CTOs, CPOs, all these people basically. So in my case, I started as an intern like I told, and after when so I would say the most part of design I learned at Gravity, which was my first job at Bangalore. So there I was making product which was basically shipping features, which are actually shipping, and that's when you get the confidence of how your design is impacting. So it was an enterprise product, so I didn't get a very good understanding of how people are interacting with it, but I did get some data around it. Okay, so these are the features people are using, these are the things people are not, and I think that's the first step towards understanding the problem and how it's impacting the business. So at Airtel, what happens when I shifted to Airtel, so the things become more prominent because now I got data how user interacting with the features that I like designed. Like it was basically constant part of my job is going through the data sheets and understanding which are the products, which are the features user are using, which are the features we need to polish more, where are the drop off states, all these things. And apart from that, constant touch with the tech team, product team, and understanding what like sometimes the idea is what is the new feature that we should ship. There is no like black and white, so
Hmm.
sometimes just understanding the user and what can also impact the business. So all these cumulative things, I mean, it just comes when you work. And I feel, yeah, so starting off as an intern, so I think I would suggest anybody to start off as like take an internship as early as possible because that's when you get to do hands-on design, and that's very important, I would say.
Hmm.
Like when you get to do hands-on, you learn so many different aspects to it.
Design. I got it, got it, got it. And that is very interesting because uh, the next question is just about this only because I get the fact that when you got into the industry, you got to learn about what really the better like. So a lot of people don't really know about this when we do design. After that, we have to do a handoff to the developers, and a lot of
Hmm.
things happens and we can't really experience that in an internship, as you said in the first one in IIT when you couldn't do that. Like you had a
Hmm.
limited period, you couldn't do that. You didn't wanted to pursue the coding part, and you couldn't do the handoff to the other person as well. So you missed that part. And again, when you started as a in Gravity, then you kind of understood how does this things happen,
Mm.
and that's when Airtel happened.
because
Yeah.
because in like teams like because when you work there are various teams like the tech team, product team, analytics team, and everybody understand different languages, because when
Hmm.
you are in college it's just you are like interacting with other designers, and the designer giving feedback to designer, which is good, like no worries, but like taking feedback from a person who is from a different world altogether,
Yep.
like analytics will give you feedbacks which are very different from what a designer would give you. So these things matter a lot, I would feel. It's wholesome, it makes the whole design more like 360-degree, like
Yes, man.
like view to it.
Perfect. And now the fire question that everybody would really want to know. So how did Airtel happen? And like specifically, like what do you do at Airtel and how did really Airtel happen?
Okay, so like it's just one fine day I got a like text on LinkedIn from Yogita, who was my manager. I would say like I was very active on LinkedIn at those times, like basically making designs. I was good at animation, so I used to animate things and just drop. Like I would suggest everybody to be active on platforms. That really helps. One thing. And the process was very simple. Basically, I got a text one day, and soon enough, we got on calls. I believe, if I remember, we got on like few calls before the interview was scheduled. And the fun fact about the interview was there was a lot of personal touch, and I loved how the interview process was like basically taken. So I loved that part. Um, and then yeah, pretty much that's it. I just the interview went well, and I joined the team. And in the very beginning, the very like the first 2 months, I was working in the B2B side, and then I switched to the B2C. Um, yeah, so that's basically how I started my journey at Airtel. So what I do at Airtel is basically now currently I'm taking care of the B2C side of it. The I'm in the ad tech pod, so I work with around 18 developers. So these many developers are there in the pod, analytic team, product team. Also there are like marketing team, because like I told, it's
Hmm.
B2C, so I have to also interact with them as well. And so yeah, I make engagements to basically make the user like engage with the app more and more, like come back to the app, retention models and
Hmm.
engagement like metrics, all those things. So cool part about my job would be I get to interact with various brands like NDTV, Cadbury, like Noise, all these brands, because these are the brands that collaborate with Airtel, and they come on the B2C side of it. So yeah, that's the cool aspect of my job, and I like doing it, because see what happens is that it's not just now working for like making product for Airtel. So when a separate company comes, so they have their own requirements as well. So now you have to take care of the requirements of Airtel and that of the partners that you are collaborating with. So it makes the process more complex, but also at the same time very interesting, like new problems to solve.
That is interesting, man. And I think this is the advice that you gave about being active on platforms is very important nowadays,
Mhm.
because social presence is a very important thing when like it can really boost up your chances of getting a job, I think.
If I may, I would of course agree with you totally. So I would just suggest one. Nowadays, what I see is that people are like there should be a proportion of things that you spend time with yourself,
Yeah,
learning new things, and a
yeah,
time you spent on social media. What I see
agreed.
nowadays is people are
Hmm.
like disproportionately spending a lot of time on social media and not practicing things. So you have to put out content, of course, agreed, but quality content. So
Quality, yeah.
that's so you have to take like time out and practice yourself when you are not on social media. So a good balance would is what I would suggest.
Agreed, man. Agreed. Because until unless you don't have the skill, it doesn't matter wherever you go.
Hmm.
You should have
Hmm.
that amount of skills to get into that particular
Hmm.
person. But yeah, so next question is a little less about design, more about you. Just want to ask, who is Tanmay beyond design? Like, who are you?
Okay. Wow. Okay. So okay. I would say I'm an observer. I would feel I like observing things, how things work, how people interact, and what is the motivation of people doing a certain thing. So I just observe things happening all around me. Just draw conclusion, but practice it in my whole own life and figure out why it didn't work out for me or why it worked out for me. Basically, all these things. Apart from that, I like drawing. So I still draw whenever I get time. I have a like Instagram account called Gradient Ship. I try to post regularly, but sometimes I don't get time. That's a sad part. And apart from that, it's just me chilling, like hanging out with friends, traveling. Yeah, that is probably like what comes in my mind right now. But yeah, I just that's it pretty much, I would say.
That is interesting,
Yeah.
man. That is interesting.
Mm.
Uh, so we are almost at the end of the podcast. This question is just the last question, is just for the audience sake,
Mm.
and we really want to ask you that. So, what would be your two pieces of advice that you would give to anyone who is listening or watching this?
Mhm.
Might be related to design, might not be related to design. What would be those advice?
Okay. Hmm. There are a lot of advices. I may end up giving more than one, more than two. So let me see. The first one would be like start and fail early, because like people just wait for the perfect moment to come for perfect, like to land the perfect job. I would say if even you are not working, if like you are waiting for the perfect job to come, just practice yourself, do things, put content out there, and just keep doing and failing. And the more you like try out new things, because you have to go out of your comfort zone at certain point. Some people are so comfortable in their own zone, they don't try out new things, and when you don't try, you don't grow. So definitely trying out new things, and when you try, just give your full effort, not like I'm trying it just out of, I'm curious, I was curious about it, I did it for 1 month, and then I didn't work out. So when you're trying, give your best, continue, matlab, like do it every day,
Hmm.
what they say. So these two things. And about design particularly, I would say, what people do is that they follow a lot of they are in design, and what they don't like take up is understand the product side of it. So I would say anybody who is into design, although it's optional, like people say you need to code, so I won't suggest coding, but I would suggest learn the product side of it, why the feature is being built, what is the roadmap, like why in the first place are we building it, for whom, so how data comes into picture. So all these things a designer, even when you are not have or not started your journey in a like company, you can start work, like although you're working on the portfolio, these are the side hustles that you can take and just start learning. That really helps in the interviews, I would say. That helps
Hmm.
a lot, because if you can validate your design with data, like you can tell them, okay, I made this and this is what I got, and this didn't matlab, like satisfy the hypothesis, so I went back and reiterated the design. So me as someone who is interviewing, I would feel, oh damn, matlab, he just didn't design, he understood what was the problem with the design and went back and reiterated it. So that's a like wow moment for me. So yeah,
That is
so all
something.
these things.
So you, as you are a senior, just wanted to, as you are a senior product designer, you do sometime recruit, like, right?
No, no, not till
You,
Airtel. In
hmm.
Airtel I didn't get a chance yet.
Okay, 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 okay. Got it, got it. So, but do
Hmm.
senior product designers do get a chance, or like?
No, no, no. It's like it starts from when you are lead designer.
Okay, okay, got it, got it. No worries. Perfect, man. Thank you
Mm.
so much, man, for coming into the end of the podcast.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for giving out the time for the people out there. And yep, man. Thank you so much. Uh,
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks. Thanks for having me. Uh,
Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening and watching. If you want to connect with Tanmoy, his socials will be linked down below. And see you guys in the next one.